All right, y'all, we're out here on another overlanding adventure. So let me show you guys the setup we got going on here. Here's my mountain cattle tent. It's basically just a teepee. It's got a single pole, which makes it really great for lightweight overnighters. Then I've got my Coleman Trailhead 2 camping cot, a Power Lux sleep system with the inflator pouch, and then my gold standard military issue wool blanket, which will keep you warm no matter the conditions. And I've also got the Cheyenne with me today. I was hoping to bring the Gladiator out, but still had a little bit of work to do on it before I could take it out on the trails. And you can see we got this nice creek behind us, so that'll be great to wake up to in the morning, have a perfect view outside. And here's the rig of the weekend. Y'all have seen this truck on the channel before. This is my 1990 Chevrolet Cheyenne. I haven't really talked too much about it, but it's got a 350 with the roller lifters and a torque cam in it, and it's NP205 transfer case, which is a really great transfer case. We can come in here. It's got a 5-speed gate drag transmission, and then there's the transfer case shifter down there. It's great. I love having a floor mount transfer case because you'll only have thing that'll go wrong is the linkage. It's not like it has a actuator like my old truck did, but this has been the Fireball, so pretty nice little rig here. And under the hood we've got a 4-barrel 650 CFM Summit car with a Summit Racing intake. You can see it's also got the stainless steel long tube headers on it, and this is actually a 5.7 block out of a Mercruiser or something like that. The PO engine swapped in, put a boat motor in there, so it's a high nickel block, but still runs really good. The only thing it doesn't have, as you can see, is the AC system hooked up, but still early in the year, so we don't really need that too much. But that's a quick little tour of the rig. See that? All right, and here we have a first time appearance on the channel. This is my next door neighbor, Will. Will, tell us a little bit about your rig here. What you got?
Yeah, I got a 23.0 X2 Armadillo. It's a hard shell. It pops up. I mean, I think it took me all of about a minute or two of setup, and that's no exaggeration. It's super fast.
I didn't even have a chance to drink a beer. That's how quick it was.
Well, I know you, and I know that's a lie. So, but anyway, it's really cool. Got this material, and I can't remember the name of it. If you look inside, it's like a blackout material. They call it something specific, and the name eludes me. But the point of it is, when you wake up in the morning, one of the big things in a tent is you're getting blinded by sunlight usually. This, not the case.
And it's pretty direct sunlight right here, and you can see we got the skylight open, the side vent, and it's nice and dim in there. So this would be great. Just hibernate in there, have a nice night's sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a ton of flies. So like, you know, as we get closer to summer, you know how humid it is in Georgia. So plenty of ventilation. I've actually had all the hatches battened down because it's been winter, but this is gonna be the first time that we let airflow through it all night. Little shoe bags here, which is pretty convenient.
Yeah, keep it clean.
And then if you look inside there, you've got an LED strip that I've got powered with a little power bank in there.
Yeah, this is a great unit. And what do you have it mounted on? Is this some sort of a modular rack system?
It's essentially just bolt on. You brace it on with these brackets here. I think there's 4 points of contact. Usually use just a straight up socket wrench, and it mounts right on there. You can't really tell from here, but this is pretty heavy duty. I mean, it's got a lot of weight to it. So I mean, I've had this on now for about 6 months with no issues. You know, from time to time I'll check it and make sure all the bolts are, you know, all the widgets and stuff are still kind of locked in place. So, and
tell us a little about this rig. I see it's a SS. Is this a true super sport model?
It is. So it is. It's a 4x4 Toyota Tundra V8. Super powerful truck for the engine.
What year is this?
This is a 2017.
Okay, so then it's a little bit more recent than I thought. But this is a great platform. All you Toyota guys that watch my channel, I know y'all are big fans of these trucks. And the nice thing about this, obviously, it's a 4-door, so you get a lot more room for equipment, and it's still maneuverable on the trails. I've seen guys take Titans, Tundras, trucks of this size, and if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know I used to wheel a full-size rig and still kind of do. So I'm a big fan of a full-size truck. Looks like you got some aftermarket wheels on here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
a little bit more about the bracket here, the mounting bracket here. We went with a lower profile because when this thing is folded down, it's very aerodynamic, and this is a V8. So when I'm traveling out of state, I want to keep the profile as low as possible. Really helps with fuel efficiency, and it separates, so it gives you more headroom in the back when you're laying down. And then in the summertime when it's super humid, you open this little back hatch, and it's really cool because all the air can kind of flow through it.
Yeah, that's great. Any of these creature comforts that you can get a hold of in a tent like this, you're just going to make the camping experience that much better. So appreciate you showing us around your rig, Will. And another thing real quick before we wrap it up, a lot of the folks have been leaning more towards these fiberglass hard shell tents. As Will said, it definitely has some sound deadening material in it, and the setup is just a lot quicker than some of the first generation soft-sided rooftop tents or bed mount tents. So that's a little bit about Will's 2017 Tundra and his Armadillo model tent. So hope you guys enjoyed the rig tour. Let's get some dinner set up, crack a few beers open, and start enjoying the evening. All right, the ceremonial lighting of the fire, the first best part of any camping trip.
The good times rolling. There we go.
Perfect.
That's the move.
All right, got the chimichurri chicken here.
We gotta get some photo op on things.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm working on right now. Cook it over this.
Share some of those photos with me.
That's the perfect use for the Rhino survival shovel. Use the knife's attachment. We didn't bring any utensils, but this thing came in clutch.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
freaking perfect, dude. That's what we want right there.
Nice char on there.
Oh, yeah.
We got the chimichurri chicken, Argentinian red shrimp, boar's head chorizo. Looking good. Well, good morning, y'all. Hope everyone slept tight. Even though we were a little bit drowsy this morning from burning the midnight oil last night, any good hunter-gatherer knows that they need to get up at the crack of dawn and come out here and do some fishing, get some food for the day. So if my sister, she's watching this, she'll know that this is what it takes to survive out here in the wilderness. So we're gonna hit this creek real quick. Let me show you guys my gear I will be using this morning. All right, so for my rod here, I've got my Goture Red Fox Tenkara rod, and it has a Nirvana on the fly line holder, and we're gonna be using a woolly bugger this morning for bait. This Tenkara rod's really nice because it's a little bit longer, so for these bigger streams where, you know, you might be dealing with 50 feet across, you can get a little bit more reach, whereas some of my other ultralight Tenkara rods just don't have the same casting ability. So I like this one for picking apart some of these bigger sections of water. You can get a little bit more maneuverability and accuracy in the cast. One funny story about this specific creek that we're fishing, I come up here one time and I was waiting. I got in about right there where the water's a little bit more shallow, and I didn't think that this creek held big fish, but I got in the water, and probably as I was edging out into the end of this current seam, right over here in the shallows, a huge fish comes up, jumps up, and splashes down. Made a big wake, scared me to death, but I just thought it was a funny story. Wanted to share that with you guys. So let's talk about this current seam we're picking apart here. As you can see, it's a little bit of a drift zone. There's not a lot of water flowing through here. The fish like that because it doesn't take as much energy for them to hang out in these slack waters right here. Another thing you can see, we've got a lot of structure on the bottom, so that's definitely something good out that's working for us too. But we're just gonna pick these little pieces apart, keep going here, working our way through the river and picking these current seams apart. Come up on this rock, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about something cool I noticed. So if we pan in and I can get my camera to focus, well, you can kind of see that there's some flecks of igneous rock embedded into this. So what we have here is actually an extrusive igneous rock, which is characterized by rapid cooling. And at some point in these hills, there was a lava vein that probably made contact with this other rock and embedded these little pieces of crystal in here. And you can also see there's a little bit of, looks like maybe some marble, some quartz, all in this shale rock, which would have been a metamorphic rock. It was probably sedimentary at some point since it was found along this river basin, and then at some point there was a lot of high heat and high pressure that transformed it into a much more harder rock.